Hello everyone! Welcome to the first 2v2 battle featuring some Beastmen. That's right, two groups of Beastmen actually. Me and my pal Surreal Beliefs, who I will leave a link to his channel below. We have played a couple multiplayer battles together. We're not going to be commentating together because it's honestly just a pain in the ass to try and sync up our replays. Because you can't join a lobby and watch the same replay together. Because if you could, that'd be much better. Because then I could be like, hey, let's slow down time for a moment. It would slow down for him and we can watch and talk more about the battle. So yeah, it's just a pain. So we're going to be each doing our own commentary on the multiplayer battles. But yeah, I did play this with Surreal. Actually, quite a few. But anyway, so our army composition for this one. My army is going to be 3 of these Ungor Spearmen Herd, which is just the basic Spearmen. They have a Braze Shaman with Beast Lore, which is the one that can summon Mancores behind them. I am led by Kazarak the One-Eye, who I've never used before this battle. But there he is, one of their legendary lords. I also have a Gorbull. Yeah, Gorbull back here, who just looks so fucking cool. Just so cool. The rest of my army is in Vanguard deployment, so let's go over what Surreal brought. We have 2 Gore Herds. These are the ones that carry the shields and do not have Vanguard deployment. We have a couple of the Ungor Raiders, which are the archers. We have a generic Beast Lord on a chariot, which I think looks really sweet, actually. Especially the Beast Lord, he just looks pretty sweet. I also brought a Cygor back here, which is their artillery unit and kind of anti-caster unit, but yeah, there he is. We have more Ungors with spears, more Ungor Raiders, 2 more Gore Herds with shields. We have a group of Minotaurs, and oh yeah, look at the map. So this is, I believe, Gore Kazan. This map is buggy and not finished. You'll see more of that in the future, but here is a group of Minotaurs floating in midair, and they look pretty sweet. Over here we have a group of Centaurs with the great weapons attached to them. Well, not attached to them, but they are carrying great weapons, so that makes them armor piercing, and more Ungor Raiders with spears. Over here in the Vanguard deployment, we have 2 Centaurs with throwing axes. This is going to be the ranged cav. They just throw axes. They are armor piercing, and then also non-armor piercing if they go into melee. Then we have a group of Centaurs here, which is just the basic Centaurs with the shields, with the block chance. And then way back here, I love my Vanguard deploys, so we have more Centaurs Vanguard deployed with the Gore Herd that have the dual axes. This is the Gore Herd that you can Vanguard deploy anywhere. So there they are. And then way over here, we have another Vanguard deploy of 3 of my Ungor Raiders and 3 Ungor Herds. So the Ungor's Raiders and the Herds are the 2 units that have Stalk and Vanguard deploy, kind of like the Night Goblins, so they can hide anywhere. And you know I love my Vanguard deploy. So most of my army is actually Vanguard deployed, and that's probably how I'm going to be playing the Beastmen through most of this campaign. And then our enemies. We have 2 Imperials. We have 5 groups of Greatswords, multiple Halberdiers. We have a couple crossbowmen here. Actually, we have 6 crossbowmen here. We have a Steam Tank, a Luminarch of Heesh. We have 2 Hellstorm rocket batteries, a... where are you? Where's the mortar team? There's the mortar team right there. We have 2 Carl Franzes, 1 in a Griffin, 1 in a Pegasus, and then a Amber Wizard, which is the new wizard with this DLC, but that comes for free with his fancy Griffin. So he is also a Lore of Beasts, so he can also summon a Manticore. And then we have a couple Spearmen, and they are in a very tight formation. Very tight formation. Seeing a Steam Tank is scary, and a Luminarch of Heesh. Let's start this battle. This is going to be a quick one. And again, this is our first battle. We just jumped in. There's no theme. I don't know how to use half the units. At least I haven't used half the units. And I'm going to, like, everything here is just going to be kind of reactionary for me, for the most part. For the most part. So we're going to get shot up by Hellstorm rocket batteries. I'm slowly moving my Vanguard units into position. I'm keeping our Gore Herd back because they do not have stalk, so I don't want them to see them yet. And the enemy can see the Centaurs because they're just kind of out in the open. I will say this, I am enjoying the Beastmen a lot, and I have not even used like half the units yet, or come up with themes. That'll come later as I get more experience with them. But they have just so many units that can Vanguard deploy, and that just makes them so super cool. I'm down with Vanguard deployment. And they also look cool. Look at that. It's scary. That was my Cygor. Since I have units all over the place, my micromanagement's a little stretched, so my heroes kind of get left behind a little bit. Now, my Ungor Raiders here, my Spearmen, they were there to just soak up damage, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're actually getting fired upon by these Hellstorm rocket batteries. The Steam Tank is firing at them. The Luminarch of Heesh is firing at them. So this is perfect. This is just perfect. They're just out here on their own getting destroyed. But it's great, because all their siege is attacking them. That must have hurt. But I don't care. These are just cheap throwaway units. There goes a rock from my Cygor that I think missed. Here comes all their crossbows. But at the same time, we were getting a flank on while they're focused on these 3 spearmen. That's fine. Our heroes are pulling off to the enemy's left flank. The Amber Wizard has now summoned the Manticore, which is trying to get into these Centaurs with throwing axes. So this is the Manticore. Actually, let's go over the Manticore real quick. Because I thought it was going to be armor piercing, because a lot of these like kind of monstrous creatures are. But it is not. It does have a lot of high weapon damage, has decent amount of armor, decent amount of health. It has no forest penalty, which a lot of the beast large creatures don't have forest penalties, which is pretty sweet. It has a really high speed. The melee attack and defense, I think, is pretty good. And the charge bonus is great. Causes fear and terror and has a natural missile resistance. And you get this thing just by summoning it. Just by summoning it. This and the other new lore, you can summon a Cygor for free. Well, not free. It costs a bunch of magic, but man, crazy. Just crazy. All right, let's keep going. Now the Luminar Arcadish is firing at some Centaurs. My ambush force is now in position to come down the hill. And let's look at this. Oh man, where are the Hellstorm Rocket Battery crew? They're kind of there. The mortar team is kind of there. Yeah, this map is just not finished. All of these hills, in fact, if we go over here, you can see they just go right through them. Yeah, Gora Kazan, I believe, again, is what this map is called. But anyway, let's keep going. Manticore is into some of these Centaurs. They have to retreat. This thing deals so much damage. Some Ungor Raiders giving fire on this crossbow. And here comes my ambush force down the hill along with some Centaurs. Karl Franz is joining the party. And I think some halberds? I don't know. Spears? They're buried in the thingamabob. Here goes a... I don't know the name of the spells. I think that's Flock of Ravens. It's like an AoE direct damage spell for everything in range. You can see all these units have taken some slight damage from that. It looks really cool. Forgive me, I am still learning. It's a whole new race to learn. So there's a lot of new names, a lot of new stats I need to get used to. But here we have Spearmen taking down some Centaurs. We do have some Ungor Raiders nearby trying to destroy all of this artillery. And they are doing a really good job at it. Meanwhile, over here, we have Surreal's leader getting into some crossbows with their chariot coming out of the ground. I think that's my Gorbul. There's my Bray Shaman nearby. The Luminar Arcadish is still shooting at some Centaurs. Here goes that Flock of Doom. There you go. Looks really cool. And then here comes some Ungors. While the Ungor Raiders provide some range fire, my leader is in the middle of all of this, not caring at all. Mainly because I forgot about him. And here comes our Gorbul. And then here comes Surreal's Gorbul. And these poor greatswords, man. There's my Manticore that I'm summoning with my Bray Shaman. I think I throw that into these greatswords as well. Over there, the Amber Wizard and Karl Franz are trying to take out the Ungor Raiders. There goes some Minotaurs. We have the steam tank surrounded, as well as the Luminar Arcadish. Karl Franz doing what he can. And this is just a chaotic battle. You have some Ungor Raiders over here. My archers are being chased off by some halberdiers, but they are chased, or I intercepted them with an Ungor herd. And now I'm picking them apart with some archers over on this flank. You can see some of the crossbows and artillery crew are still routing over there. This whole group of greatswords just gets destroyed by those Gorbuls, by the Ungors, and all the ranged fire that's being dropped upon them. Meanwhile, the enemy Manticore, Amber Wizard, and Karl Franz is doing what they can to try and destroy these Ungors and Gore herds. But you can see we are routing the Amber Wizard and the Manticore. There goes the Gorbul. The Gorbul is fast enough to actually make sure this Manticore can't leave. And it just continually just rams it in the tail. Yep. Yep. And it will die. There we go. The Gorbul is too fast. My Cygor has been throwing off shots here and there. I kept forgetting to move it forward. But you can see at this point we've actually shattered most of their army. Yeah. It's a very quick fight. And right now we're just doing what we can to finish off the steam tank and the Carl Franz over here on the Pegasus. That is a magic missile, I believe, sent off from my Bray Shaman, who's standing all the way over there. The Gorbel comes running in and just headbutts the steam tank. The Gorbel is anti-armor, anti-large, so it's going to do really well in this situation. The other infantry that was chasing off my archers had just been slowly picked off by the archers and the Ungor raiders that were nearby. Karl Franz is getting the hell out of there, and now the steam tank is left alone. This is a chaotic battle, and again, half the time I was just reactionary. I had no plans going in because I don't know the Beastmen well enough, but somehow it worked. And that's the battle. So I think the weakness here is that they relied a lot on the crossbows and the artillery, and all of those things were shut down by all of our Vanguard deployed units. Our Centaurs were able to shut down all those crossbows really fast, and then the infantry, which was the bulk made up of greatswords, went up against a bunch of units that do not even have high armor. The Gorbels do. So they will do okay against the Gorbels, but the Ungor raiders that were attacking into them, or I'm sorry, the Ungor herd that was attacking into them, and also the arrows from all the Ungor raiders just massacred the greatswords, and they broke pretty quickly, and that was the bulk of their infantry, and the bulk of their artillery and range was taken out by these forces over here. So they kind of got separated in the battle, the two enemies, and one went left, one went right, and they got picked apart by the Beastmen, the speed, the decisiveness, and it was a cool battle, very fast and very fun. I'm really enjoying the Beastmen. Let's look at the kill counts. Let's see, 27 on Kazrak One-Eye. He was thrown into some great swords and forgotten about. 31 kills on a Brace Shaman due to the spell casting of the direct damage spells. The Gorbel got 30 kills. The Ungor Spearman herd, who got massacred by the crossbows early on, still managed to eke out some kills. We have a lot of kills on this Ungor herd, 120, 49, and 20. These are all relatively cheap units, by the way, so it's pretty crazy. The Gore herds, I think, did really well. The Ungor raiders did amazing. Centaur is 105 kills. This unit is 800. It's pretty cheap. It's cheap cav. The Cygor still managed to net 53 kills, even though I kind of just forgot about it through most of that fight. So that's cool. Enemy Karl Franz, 79 kills. Amber Wizard, 42. That's pretty high. The Halberdiers did really well. The Greatswords got shut down pretty hard. This one crossbow unit got 84 kills, so that's pretty good. The other Empire player, let's see. Even though they got shut down kind of early, they still netted a lot of kills, but most of those, I believe, are against these Ungor Spearmen, because they destroyed my Ungor Spearmen pretty quickly, which I was fine with. The Hellstorm Rocket Batteries, 0 kills. Huh, man, weird how the Hellstorm Rocket Battery got 0 kills. 54 kills in the Steam Tank, 34 on the Luminarch Hish, which was being used to snipe my Centaurs and my Ungors. Considering all the large creatures we had, I was really surprised that the Luminarch was not aiming at them or our heroes, but I was more than happy for it to shoot our Centaurs and Ungors to death. This Karl Franz got 64 kills, Spearman 32, which is pretty good for a Spearman, and the Mortar team netted 15 kills before it was shut down as well. And for Surreal, 43 on the Beast Sword on a Chariot, 24 for his Gorbel. The Ungor Spear Herd, I don't even think saw that much combat. Same thing with these Gore Herd. Same thing with these Ungor Raiders. They were shooting up some great swords for most of that, and the Centaurs with throwing axes, very low kills, but it's kind of the same thing. I don't think they saw too much battle. 107 kills in the Centaurs with our Centaurs with great weapons, which is huge. And the generic Minotaurs, 88 kills. Man. You know what? Let's just watch that battle again, because this is just a short video. So I'm just going to shut up and we're just going to watch it. I just want to see the animations, because I haven't really sat down and done that yet. So let's do that. Just look at them running into the map. What the hell? Look at this! What? There comes that Manticore from the ground. Crazy. And they are getting the heck out of there. in the ground. What the heck? I think I know what's getting fixed in the next patch. Maybe even a hot fix. Oh, they disappeared. Oh, never mind. There comes that chariot. Not as cool because it's half buried in the ground. Oh, Kazrak One Eye. Does look really cool though. Whoa. I want to see that Gorbul charge again. Look at him just buried amongst all these great swords. Woo. Oh, he actually impaled that guy. Oh, and then tossed his body around. Oh, God. Holy shit. You got gored, sucker. Minotaurs are so cool. They're already my favorite monstrous creature, I think, just because they're Minotaurs. Gore something. Yeah. Oh, shit! Just barrel rolling into them. You're not even goring anything, dude. It doesn't care. Ooh. Dude, yeah, they have. Do you see what's happening to you right now? You see what's happening to your friends? We could watch Carl Franz kill some Ungors, but oh my god, I did it again. But like, we've seen that. Hit something. What? Where'd that rock even go? I don't think there's really any action from the Cygor in this battle, unfortunately. Yeah. Headbutt that steam tank. Oh my god. You're just too cool. My new favorite hero. They're actually really sweet. I'm sure I'll go over their stats at some point. Maybe I did before this video, I don't know. But man, they're just so cool. I don't really think there was much else going on. Ooh. He was stopping people. Stop him again. Yeah. You knocked that dude's arm off. You're cool. Really cool looking model. Yeah, I think that's it. Kazrak's just getting shot in the face with the steam cannon. Here comes. Alright, nice charge. Boar versus tank. And the boar wins. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this first multiplayer battle. The next few are probably going to be mostly Beastmen. So if you don't like Beastmen, I'm sorry. But there's probably going to be a lot of that in the near future. Eventually get back to everybody else too. But yeah, expect that for the next, I don't know, at least a week probably. But again, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Take care.